Hello everyone, my name is Yuxi, and today our presentation will be divided into 4 parts. First, I will introduce the background of the leader and some of his works, and Zizhang will analyze the leadership, and Kaijun and Jiawei will do a SWOT analysis based on the leader's information, and finally WeiYa will do a critical reflection. So firstly, Cai Guoqiang, a Chinese artist and culture leader born in Quanzhou, Fujian province, China, who started working with gunpowder in the mid-1980s and whose work contains different elements and is very controversial. And I will now present some of his main works and the ideas contained in them. So firstly, the collaboration with the government. So this one is, he was a core creative member and the chief visual effects art designer for the 2008 Beijing Olympics Games. And second one, he was the chief firework designer for the China's 16th National Day celebration, 2009. And next part is his personal and teamwork. This one called Ninth Wave at Shanghai Art Century in 2014. In this work, he wanted to convey a sight atmosphere in the form of daytime fireworks and to express his thoughts on the seriousness of the environment. And second one is called Skylander, and he prepared for this work for 20 years until 2015 and finally gave it as a gift to his grandmother. And the last one called The Birth of the Tragedy in 2020, a daytime fireworks show. And in this work, Cai calls for a rethinking of mankind's relationship with nature and the environment in the face of the several effects of the new pandemic, the coronavirus. And in calligraphy, poem, and drama, the birth of the tragedy expressed the resolute hope of humanity in the face of the, adversity. So as an artist and culture leader, Cai Guoqiang attempts to give feedback to society and the world with his works, thereby creating new awareness and reflection on the world we live in. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kevin, and I will introduce the leadership analysis. The first part is the leadership style of Guoqiang Cai. Guoqiang Cai is a groundbreaking artist with distinguished characteristics. According to Chase theory, he has inner and cultivated qualities. Firstly, his inborn characteristics are intelligent of art, curiosity, and free of doubt, which he reflected in his artwork frequently. Secondly, growing up in Quanzhou, which is a traditional area with many rituals, profoundly facilitate his worship of God, curiosity to cosmos, and love of using gunpowder. Thirdly, first-hand experience of Cultural Revolution cultivated his rebellious spirit. The last but not least, his artistic skill and sense of social responsibility are also cultivated through years of creation and exhibition around the world. The next part is about his leadership structure. As you can see on the page, Guoqiang Cai has his own studio and work for his own projects from government and commercial projects. He also combines adaptive leadership and leadership as practice in his teamwork and interaction with others. Firstly, he keeps an open mind with working government, even though he needs to make compromise. For example, in 2001 Shanghai APEC open ceremony, he convinced government to accept his plan, and although there were a lot of restrictions about using fireworks. Secondly, he always encouraged his team to add their own ideas and values in his projects. For instance, he asked all of the still members to make their own birds in his own project about protecting birds. Thirdly, he made effort with to spread his work through collaboration with music and communication on social media. Actually, he already had more than 1 million fans on Instagram, helping him to spread his artwork and mind and make secondary creation on about his artwork. And that is about his leadership. The next part is about SWOT analysis.
Hello everyone, my name is Kaijun, and I will talk about the SWOT analysis of Guoqiang Cai. First, I will talk about strengths in art and culture field. The first point is storytelling. Guo Qiangcai is a good storyteller who strategically sought the fact and emotion behind the creation of the work. Leadership storytelling will be more persuasive, more emotional, and resonant. The second point is teach innovation. Innovation is Guo Qiangcai core leadership, and disruptive innovation is a new way for companies to surpass other competitors. Guo Qiangcai believes that artistic creation should be free, and he have jumped out the categories of the East and the West, start at the dialogue with aliens. Guo Qiangcai found the gunpowder as a special media and used it well. And the third part is the strategic leadership. Strategic leadership is to judge whether a leader has a high sensitivity, predict environment change, and make correct decisions. Guo Qiangcai said he usually thinks more about political issues, and political change will affect his thinking, especially in China's one-party system. The political direction determines the direction of artistic presentation. In weakness, the first point is independence. Art does not serve any person or organization other than the artists themselves. Art is a very personal medium for express idea because art must represent a voice, an emotion of a viewpoint. Art sound will affect the impression of this viewpoint. And the second point is community abilities. Failure to community in time will cause panic among the people. In nightclubs with activity, the fireworks without prior notice make people think they will have an accident, and they think smoke will influence the air quality in Shanghai. Although fireworks are made for and will not affect the environment, the lack of communication will trigger this series of consequences.
Thanks, Kaijun. Next, let us look at the opportunities for the team led by Cai Guoqiang from the perspective of art and culture and leadership. First of all, Cai Guoqiang led his studio to promote traditional Chinese culture, using gunpowder to bring a series of shocking works. Moreover, the public has an unexpected and unpredictable visual experience in the process of appreciating the works. At the same time, the use of advanced technology in imaging and media will preserve this fleeting excitement and share it with audience all over the world in the shortest possible time. In terms of art and culture, Cai Guoqiang has integrated diverse cultures to attract more audience interest, while inheriting the precipitation of previous excellent cultures. It has created a spiritual tradition that belongs to our time. The shocking fireworks display has also attracted the attention of the whole world. Regarding the threat to Cai Guoqiang's leadership, it stems from the fact that the fireworks design do not belong to the scope of public experience, and many works are regarded by the public as a bunch of simple symbols. In terms of art and culture, large-scale fireworks displays have higher requirements for technology, environmental protection, and safety. In addition to some important occasions and activities, the display of fireworks in daily life will also bring troubles to modern civilization.
Okay, next point, number 4, critic reflection analysis. Stories that strategically order the facts and the emotions behind the creation of the work. Leadership storytelling will be more persuasive and more likely to provoke emotional expirations that resonate. But again, there are many weaknesses and challenges with the artist overrides the public emotion environment, and what the line is between that and another. For large art events like fireworks, the lack of timely communication can cause panic among the public. Okay, as an artist, Cai Guoqiang not only literally breaks with contemporary notions of art creation, but also freely use legends, material history, and some philosophy gunpowder-related technology and Chinese culture as materials, making his art an organism that continues to interact with social issues and connects with what artists can call the visible and invisible worlds at the same time.
And that's all, Reverend Liz. Thank you for watching.